Welcome back to Doki-Doki Literature Club. No one's died yet. Because, why would they? It's just an innocent game about a literature club. Okay. Okay. I keep forgetting how to do their voices. Oh man. I'm not, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Well, you're practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but at the whole day where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Uh, that's, that's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your actions aren't fun as as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? He's facing out again. Ha, ah, sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you for having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori, turning back towards everyone else. but the conversation had already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently, since since they've been preparing for the festival. They've been spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Siva, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? And what do you mean? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers, Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Siva. You recently, you certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you know anything, so I'll drop it now. No, no. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm not also a friend with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh, are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she's just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing is on her mind is you, Siva. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks to you about you more than anyone else, you know? Huh? She's been so she's been so much happier since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Siva. Have you thought that maybe you're always seen her as so Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I do now anyway? I didn't mean I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it too for now. Ah, all right. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear it from here. I sigh and sit down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her? I'm not letting this weigh me down so much. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why do why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glanced around the room. Suddenly, I noticed the Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looked away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere with like this. I've never really seen Sayori approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit down and sit in the one next to her. Um, I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts, like I have those. How are you even able to tell what that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. And in any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry that if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who are willing to share in the concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping them to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. Ah, eh, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little down today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything stupid. It's not that. I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is usual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Unusual. Or maybe I'm just reading a little too much into this. Siva, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? Hmm, I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on her inside head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying in thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Nothing more. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expressions her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware you were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think it's pretty. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you, or polite, or not a narcissist. Eh, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everybody. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I knew it, everyone is back to normal. Everyone goes to achieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. But wasn't anything bad, like bullying. Siva, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing sort of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it even came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. I just, like, hit words on a screen and it works. This never came, this never did come to me naturally, almost like someone was controlling me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got a chance to share my writing. I never thought it'd be, I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something you've never even shared with someone in one. It's kind of a shame, maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Shiva, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find quiet spot to do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are books are so full of amazing and inspiring people, people you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put on a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. That sounds really sad. You know, and those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. I know I'm not a know-it-all, Siva. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do is read and write. But it wasn't until now that it that that I started sharing it with you. I really understand what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Siva. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to you others. But that's why every time I talk to you, Siva, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you as you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. Something a little more than a friend, which. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? Uh, um, if you put it that way, yeah, we really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Oh boy, more cursive adjacent writing. Let's see if I can decipher this. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. Oh, a sequel. That's awesome. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing in the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow that to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his out jump outstretched arm. The flickering light is a rhythm with the pounding of my heart, heaving me for a succumbing to his forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling wanted before? Giving up on understanding. I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green, my heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. It's great. I love it. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I definitely understand this one. I totally understand this one. I'm smart. I'm a big boy. Yuri is having an even a harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes him back towards me. I hesitate in response to a warm touch. You can, this poem is, once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. She's just like me. Do you mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. Well, I guess I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always, you always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometime. Yeah, don't worry. I think you did I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiled at me, and I returned to my seat so I can put her poem away. Oh boy, I should probably go talk to Sayori. She's a bit depressed right now, but she looks fine. She's not sad or depressed. She's normal, probably. Hmm? It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably, Yuri. Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. I did. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Siva. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, I believe you. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home a little early today. Theory. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Theory cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. I don't think she's okay. Yeah, we've all seen this game before. Hi, Ziva. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, I have not. Being in this club for is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would always make me happy to see. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Siva. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and ways to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. Hmm, you're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. Eh, that's... It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the clubroom every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she hasn't had a hard time socializing. Like me! It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, this novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright, alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really bad for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality, they're just bandages. Do you know that? Like, you say that like I'm gonna be hurt. Sorry, I didn't really mean it like that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Er, alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was every thought, and all that was ever a thought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else fails me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Are you talking about yourself, Monica? You know, I feel like I'm. I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put too much thought into it, but I'm pretty sure you're talking about yourself there. You know, an all-knowing AI. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because we find if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures, but I am. I think you know about that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share that you're writing because you're afraid of it's not that bad? Good. It can really be disheartening to get the lukewarm response to someone you put so much. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much effort into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything went into that went into it and the thing you can work on. It's bec- it's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my writing advice of the day. Thanks for listening. Oh boy, Natsuki, my nemesis, one might say. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah, it doesn't blow me away, but there's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long. You might be the same wavelengths, but you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Uh, that was really unnecessary. You called me a corpse. But think of it this way: if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we, you could say we each take care of each other in our own way. I think Sayori's gonna fly. We can call it that. Yeah, whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here, I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away for the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that watches your worry away. I'll be the beach that you're daydreaming about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in the sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in a windy sail. I remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips in mine to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. I really hope that the subtitles on YouTube don't get me for saying beach. I can't guarantee anything. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write about negative things about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, and then came up with the message later. Yeah, well, it's only because I it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. I see. Something told me the poem Yuri showed me isn't the one she plans on sharing with everyone else. Of course, I choose not to mention that to Natsuki. Uh, you can really see her doing that too, making us write about simple topics and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, that's not like I care. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being the kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something that did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is your mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Oh, stagnating air is a common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ha, it seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the people of of all the time not to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my relationship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh? That's that curious expression coming from Miri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything was fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, of course. But we might need a lot of but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can. And guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I I'm useless. No, 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 of course not. That's not at all. That's not it at all. No, that's untrue. You're the most talented person you know. You know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Theory enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can also, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere. About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her own desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Siva. The one who is truly useless. Myself. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would it would probably go a long way and give one of them a hand. You could always help out me out as well. I would really be I would really appreciate it of that. Be really appreciative of that. Ah, that. Is Monica suggesting that I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? Ah, I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to be giving me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. Uh, if I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Siva not Siva may not like to be around it if you only make him out to be a nuisance. I can speak, I swear. I can read too. So therefore, he may be more suited to assist me with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Siva too. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't. I just want you. I just want to you to think, guys. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it should be up to Siva what he'd like to do to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez, can't we just settle this already? Yeah, Siva, you're okay with this, right? Indeed, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Hmm, very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. I crumble onto the ground in anxiety, and I choose Yuri, because, we're spending a lot of time with her, so, well, I'll probably be the most useful to helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, uh, so you'll be helping out Yuri then, Siva? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki will be. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said I would be fine. Okay, okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Siva? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested and see how it turns out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Ah, Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this, Natsuki. I didn't really know why Siva picked me. You know why. Of course you know why. Your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing to do for the event will compare to that, so, I get it. I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Um, well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that, but you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something mean and bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she's already has when she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Ah, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time to go out for us. Time for us to go head out. All right, let's go out. Let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. Uh, um, hmm? I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. I should have given you my phone number. I think that would be the best way. Yes? Alright then. Yuri and I exchanged numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. No, nothing. I just thought that I'd be the one to be going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, won't be a problem. I decided not to press Fury for the reason. It's not like I should. It's not like it should matter much either way. So I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope my message. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. That's not true. I'm way more creative than you. Don't underestimate yourself, Siva. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You've forgotten the one reason, Lewis. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh, I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Nothing more. You believe me, right? I. Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long time, and it's making me extremely uncomfortable. I believe you. As if it took her a tremendous effort. Yuri finally says that and relaxes at her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday, in my part of the earth, in my part of the country, in my part of the state, in my part of the neighborhood, in my house, on Sunday, the last first day of the week. My anxiety shot through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's nothing, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Oh boy, Sunday! It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help very much. Damn, cursed my teenage brain and hormones and something. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. She's just like me, but with an extra trait. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it just comes to the two of us. Meanwhile, we've we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've been done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a bit of a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. This house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her door. Sayori. Oh, thank good. She's alive. She's not dead. Yeah, Mikey. Hi, Siva. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like that in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy as it always has been. I also recognize the I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decoration that she's had for years now. If you've come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning your room for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know? Sayori had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep, there's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After all, you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's that's no good, Siva. Huh? Why can't you just be like why can't it just be like it always has been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make the stupid mistake, then you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have ever been thinking about me right now. But it's just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. And I think that's why the world decided to. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulder. What on earth are you thinking? Aren't you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for why you'd be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Siri gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Siva. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Thing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Siva? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy into caring and to wait energy and caring to waste by having them to spend it all on me? That's why it feels like, and that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sierra kept this from me in the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me not to think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Siva. Why do you think that I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have a waste of then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing something important. But I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but I also feel like I'm being a bat being swung at me against my head. Ah, that's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. You feel like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand how you're feeling at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Siva. There's nothing. Nothing at all. There's nothing that could have helped if everyone the only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like the way it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here to help me, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Ah, Siva. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Siva, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She stops sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Siva, I... Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing this the right thing. But all I want for her is to know that I care. If you have if you have it in if you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make sure these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayuri finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Siva. The only thing, the only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayuri lets me go, as she does, so I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend the day how would you like for me to spend it all with you? Uh, um, ah, it's what I want. I promise. I, I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Theory wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you do, then I wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'll be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Ah, it's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about me. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worried too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Huh, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have tec- you always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and heard more on my way. Ah, I suppose that's true. I don't I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be more common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go on inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. First thing she does is glancing around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it right before you came over, so that's very considerate of you. Ah, no. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Hmm. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah, that would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's rich wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Oh, not my, uh, magazines. Ah, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I wasn't hiding anything inappropriate in that drawer. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She put both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, um, should we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Decorations and other atmospheric enchantments. Atmospheric enchantments. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy, candles. Oh, wow. I didn't I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Ah, intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, no, not at all, not at all, no. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I bought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use some during the poetry event. Oh, yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulled out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, and I happen to have these in my bag. I plan on covering the windows with black paper and use candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be pretty neat, if a fire hazard. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells like a sweet, flowery, and sweet and flowery, right? That's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine in the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions, helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer, and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you for? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to what I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll find we'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah. What will these be used those be used for? Well, I'm gonna cut a piece of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbon and create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eyes of those passing by the room. It may attract some it may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Oh, hoo, hoo. Yuri giggled with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed than it's just when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Siva. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you with each one. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, right. Sit down on the floor together. The two of us get to work. I carefully draw a character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of ribbon to her desired lengths. Then she reaches into her bag and pulls out a pocket knife. She has a knife! Eh, the knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of weaves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. I want one. Ah, well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, right? You know, if you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. I myself have my own insecurities, so why would I judge? Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. You're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. Uh, what I'm saying is, please don't, please just don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, no, I'm not laughing at you. I am. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's, well, an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you, actually. It suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Please don't. Don't stab me. I don't want. Don't hurt me. Besides, it's a coolish looking knife. I can't deny that. That knife is pretty sick. I would kill for it. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. I won't stab you. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. It takes. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. What? Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. I never said I was smart. Siva, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I'm not very smart, okay? I barely touched it at all, I swear. I didn't put that much pressure onto my finger on the knife. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah, she stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you get, if you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull back my hand. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. You're a vampire. I. Yuri lowers her head and her face burning up. Yuri, are you a vampire? Do you need blood? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? She doesn't own a blood bank. She doesn't go in there on the daily just to drink blood. Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. Little. I seriously messed that up. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. Oh, am I about to do what I think I'm about to do? I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. It's not what I was expecting. It's just as weird though. But I mean, if you're into it, you're into it. It's not my place to judge. Um, yeah, Siva, did you really just do that? No, now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. Why did I do it? Why do I let myself go? Why do I? It's not for the. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Siva. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? In my house? In my room? On my floor? I have no response for that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah, I don't. I eat them. I don't think I need one, actually. It was just a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make the progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all one out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you going to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Well, we'll need 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Ah, of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water. It's okay. If you fill the cups up too much, it'll be diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate and catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or something, anything? Ah, no, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors from sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it we can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiled at me. If you say so. After rolling out on the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school, a place I did not go to. Painting on the banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class project we had back then. Again, I didn't go through that. Well, I went 1 year, but not after. Ah, I'm sorry if you feel so childish. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's kind of fun. Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stopped painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it isn't, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things a little bit nicer. I think that's it. All it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? If it's Yuri and if y- Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing in the experience of someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way too. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner and grabs an unused paintbrush, and I move the same way, causing my head to bump into hers. Wah! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are drops of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Is there something on mine? Because I think I've been recording for almost 2 hours. Oh, no, it's only an hour 27. Okay, that's actually better than I expected. Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch I rush out and fetch a small towel, and then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Such nice art. Here, I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Ah, is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah, that's understandable. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from her when she reads her books, almost as if she's lost in daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is this is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri gently fing Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Ah, Yuri slowly pulled away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hastily retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's examples. That should do it. Looks great. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than expected. I'm really happy with the result. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the letters now? Ah, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. But won't it take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the letters in the classroom before our bit starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over? I was wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit. Ah, no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little more concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have a little time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it should be, I think it would be more, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be a little time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah, so I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to be a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely got the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment, but that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need for me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of, I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, but we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. I stumble over my words. Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I was trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Siva. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. She's very close. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Says Sayori. Uh, ah, hi, Siva. Sayori? Just now, we weren't. It's okay, Siva. I just stopped by to say hi. Um, well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we're all together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. The voices, they wouldn't stop. So I had to come over here and see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. Fun. And how close you got to her. It makes me feel really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down from Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Siva? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This world would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Siva. If it wasn't for you, if I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should have just. Monica? Monica was right about what? Theory. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you, like caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's nothing like that. I- It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Siva. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me, Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was just weak and started to like you so too much. I did this to myself. Siva, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And and that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arms and squeeze her hand on my own. Do you remember how I always know what best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori? Now, I don't think this will change much. However, this is a very important answer decision. Heads or tails? May the god decide 50-50. We got heads. Okay. I love you. Eh, those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Siva. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Siva, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Siva. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Siva. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there for every step of the way. It's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayuri and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think of those things. I want everything to be as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you the best. Hey, Siva. Siri gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Uh, I don't really understand what Siri means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Siri? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It's like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want you to trust me. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never been more uncertain about what when it comes to. I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm not. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way you were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to help to have Sayori have a future with her. Well, I guess I should probably save here. It's been almost 2 hours, so we'll save it here. I think we all know what's coming after this, so goodbye, I guess. See you next